Join me as I dive deep into the reasons behind people's hate towards me, and challenge myself to face their criticisms head-on. Hate is a powerful force that can affect anyone, no matter how successful, popular, or talented they are. It's a universal human experience that can be both confusing and isolating. But what if I told you that there's more to hate than just mere dislike or disapproval? What if I told you that there are underlying reasons behind people's hate that can actually be understood and even empathized with? When we're on the receiving end of hate, it's natural to feel overwhelmed, frustrated, and even hurt. We start to wonder what we did wrong, or what's wrong with us. But what if I told you that it's not always about us? That it's often not even about the person hating us, but about something much deeper and more complex? The truth is, hate can be a very complex and multifaceted phenomenon. And when we're not careful, it can consume us, eating away at our confidence, our self-esteem, and our mental health. It's a toxic force that can seep into our relationships, our work, and even our sense of self-worth. So, let's explore this further and try to understand the underlying reasons behind people's hate and feelings towards others. When we're faced with hate, we often feel like we're under attack, and our natural response is to defend ourselves. But what if we told you that there's a better way to respond to hate? What if, instead of getting defensive or angry, we actually look deeper into the source of that hate? Hate can be a cry for help, a sign of underlying insecurity, or even a desperate attempt to gain control. It can be a way to compensate for feelings of inadequacy, or a misguided attempt to assert power over someone else. The truth is, people who hate are often more troubled than they appear. Able to respond with more empathy and understanding, we might discover that the people hating on us are often fighting their own battles, struggling with their own insecurities, or trying to make sense of their place in the world. It's time to shed light on the real reasons behind people's hate. It's time to go beyond the surface level and explore the societal pressures, personal insecurities, and cultural influences that drive hate. Let's take a closer look at the factors that contribute to hate and try to understand what's really going on beneath the surface. We often hear people say that hate is just a part of life, and we should learn to ignore it or move on. But what if I told you that ignoring hate or merely moving on is not the solution? What if, instead of running away from hate, we actually tried to understand it, and responded with compassion and empathy? Societal pressures play a huge role in shaping our attitudes and beliefs. We're often told what to think, what to like, and what to hate. But what if we told you that these pressures are often rooted in fear, insecurity, and the need for social validation? What if people hating on us are often trying to fit in, or gain acceptance from others? Personal insecurities are another major contributor to hate. They can stem from feelings of inadequacy, low self-esteem, or a sense of not being good enough. When we're struggling with our own insecurities, it's natural to lash out at others as a way to distract ourselves from our own shortcomings. Cultural influences also play a significant role in shaping our beliefs and attitudes. We're often exposed to biased narratives, stereotypes, and harmful stereotypes that perpetuate hate and discrimination. What if we told you that these cultural influences can be challenged, and that a more open-minded and empathetic approach is possible? Hate is often a cry for attention, a desperate attempt to be heard, or a misguided need for power. What if, instead of reacting with anger or frustration, we actually listen to the underlying concerns and address them with compassion? When we understand the root causes of hate, we can respond more effectively. We can move away from anger and towards empathy. We can create a more harmonious and compassionate environment where differences are celebrated and not feared. Hate is not the problem, it's often just a symptom of a deeper issue. It's time to shift our focus from mere reactions to meaningful responses. It's time to look beyond the surface and explore the complexities of the human experience. Hate is not just about dislike or disapproval, it's often about deeper fears, insecurities, and unmet needs. It's time to peel away the layers and get to the heart of the matter. So, what can we do about it? How can we respond more compassionately to hate? The answer lies in understanding the root causes of hate. Understanding is the key to overcoming hate. When we understand the complexities behind hate, we can respond with empathy and compassion. We can create a safe space for constructive dialogue, rather than destructive conflict. So, remember, understanding is the first step towards acceptance, empathy, and ultimately, love. Hate is not the problem, it's often just a symptom of a deeper issue. It's time to dive deeper, to explore the complexities of the human experience, and to find a more compassionate response to hate. In conclusion, understanding is the key to overcoming hate. It's time to shift our focus from mere reactions to meaningful responses. It's time to explore the complexities behind hate and to find a more empathetic and compassionate approach to dealing with negativity. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share your thoughts on the topic in the comments below. If you want to watch another video on personal growth or emotional resilience, be sure to check out the link in the description box.